All right, so today we're going to be writing systems of equations. Like I said, you've kind of done this already with just one equation, but now we're adding in a second equation, right? Because systems is more than one equation. And so we did this when we were getting word problems, and like I said, the per was the slope, and then whatever you started out with was your y-intercept. So it's kind of the same thing, except you're going to see a lot more standard form equations. Remember when I said you have two options? They're on the same side, right? Like when we were talking about tacos and enchiladas or something like that. They were both on the same side. Okay, so let's look at this first one. Okay, the Maplewood Symphony Orchestra sold 146 tickets and collected a total of $1,036 in ticket sales. Admission was $5 for children, C, and $8 for adults, A. Write two equations that would be used to solve this system. Okay, so you have two variables, C and A. What does C stand for? What about the children? It's not really how much it was, it's how many. C stands for how many. Okay, so for C you would put number of children tickets. And you don't have to write out number, that's fine. You can put number of children tickets. So then what do you think A stands for? Number of adult tickets, good. Okay, so we need to write two equations. They tell me that in total we sold 146 tickets. So remember, we talked about having two options. There's two options, right? You can either get a children's ticket or an adult ticket, right? And usually we add those two together, right? And these stand for number of tickets, right? Well, how much did we have in total?
1,036.
No, number of tickets. 146, right? So if we add the number of children tickets we sold and the number of adult tickets we sold together, that should equal 146 total tickets. Does that make sense?
Can't you just divide it by 2?
No, because you might have a different amount of children to adults, right? Some adults have 2 children. Or 3 or 4 or 5. Okay, so that's one equation. Then we have a second equation that we have a total of money, right? Okay, so again, we have two options. We have children tickets and adult tickets, right? And together, the money was 1,036. But remember, we talked about if it's going to end up being money, what do we have to multiply by? Yes, I gave you the example. If I buy 3 bags of chips, and I said altogether they were $9.
Oh.
There were 3 each, right? So what did you have to multiply? You divided, but what do you have to figure out? How much each of them cost, right? And so in order to find money, I have to multiply by how much each of them cost.
Oh, so the children's are $5.
So the children's are 5,
and the
adult
are 8.
is 8, right? Does that make sense? Because this is money, so I have to multiply by the cost. And so now I have 2 equations. Okay, because you're looking for total of, right? When you see total of, that tells you something together is going to equal that. All right?
Calculators?
No, you don't need a calculator for what? We're just writing. We're not solving. You don't need it. You don't need calculators today. Okay, so look at number 2. The manager of a movie theater wants to know the number of adults and children who go to the movies. The theater charges $8 for each adult and $4 for each child. At a showing where 200 tickets were sold, the theater collected $1,304. Write 2 equations that describe the number of adult tickets A and the children tickets C. Okay, so what does A stand for?
Adult tickets.
So number of adult tickets. And C stands for number of child tickets, right? Okay, so again, we have two options, right? We have adult tickets and children tickets. What is that going to equal? 200, right? Because there was 200 tickets sold. So together, the adult tickets plus the children tickets should equal a total of 200 tickets.
Then the bottom equation is going to be the A
plus 4C.
Yeah. 1,000. What he said.
1,304, right? Because the adult tickets cost $8. $8 for each adult. $4 for each child. And then together, money-wise, they collected 1,304. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to skip number 3. We're going to skip number 3 and we're going to go on to number 4. Okay, I want you to try number 4. Do that real quick. Okay, go ahead and pause it and figure it out. I'll do it right now in a little bit. Okay, so number 4. The school's photographer took pictures of couples at this year's prom. She charged $3.25 for wallet-sized pictures and $10.50 for portrait-sized pictures. Crystal and Dan bought a total of 10 pictures for $61.50. Write two equations with W, the number of wallet-sized pictures, and P, the number of portrait-sized pictures. So the good thing is that last sentence basically told you what W and P are, right? W is the number of wallet-sized pictures. Number of, I'm just going to put wallet pictures because obviously we're talking about, oh, I should have put pics, you're right. And then P is the number of portrait pics. Okay, so what's my first equation going to be? W plus P equals 10. Good. Because I have a total of 10 pictures, right? And these two are talking about a number of pictures. So the number of wallet-sized pictures plus the number of portrait-sized pictures together should equal 10. Because there's 10 total pictures that they purchased. And then, what should the next one be, Raul?
Okay. 325W.
Okay.
Plus $10.50 P equals $61.50.
Good. So the wallet pictures cost $3.25 and the portrait size cost $10.50. And then together they spent $61.50. And now, like, since we're writing equations, we can figure out how much they bought of each. That would be the solution, right? Okay, does this make sense? Right? So you see how we kind of done this already, except we're just adding that extra equation. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're going to skip 5. And then I want you to work on the rest of them, 6 through 11. Okay, 6 through 11. If you finish that, go ahead and work on the bonus. If you get the bonus right, I will give you a candy. But you can only get the candy if you finish all the other ones, if that makes sense. Oh, yeah, so don't go straight to the bonus. Don't even bother. You got to do all of them. Figure out the bonus. You get the bonus right, you'll get a candy. Okay? Any questions? Makes sense, right? That pink notes, that's just to help you on the back because there's so many problems that'll say like 2 more. So 2 more is plus 2. And so that tells you like the words to look for, and the words will be like for either addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Okay, so that'll help you try to figure out if there's some weird terminology. Okay.
Do we do 3?
No, we skipped 3 and 5. Don't do 3 and 5. 3 and 5. Yeah, don't worry about 3 or 5. Okay, so go ahead and work on that.